The Texas economy is booming, and North Texas feeling that impact in more ways than one. Joining us here in studio, property tax expert Ryan Chismark, explaining this growth and how it's going to reshape this area. I know you're going to talk a lot about the big NASDAQ news that we have coming first. I want you to explain your company, Meritax Advisors. There we go.
Yeah.
What do you guys do there for the folks that aren't familiar with your organization?
So we are a property tax consulting firm. We represent institutional owners of commercial real estate. Right now in the state of Texas, we represent about $50 billion in commercial real estate. So significant value and a big year ahead.
Okay, we've been talking about this blue bonnet boom. We've had you on before. I love that term. So what is happening with this boom, and what trends are we seeing right now?
Yeah, the blue bonnet boom. So when we think about what's working here in Texas, it really comes down to our tax structure. There's often a debate, how do we think about income tax and corporate tax, property tax? What's the right mix where you can have great public services while also not stifling growth in the community? We've seen a trend in New York and Illinois where they have high tax environments. Population has declined and come to the south, to places like Texas. They have high taxes up there, but they have a big budget deficit. Here in Texas, no corporate tax, no income tax, and we have a budget surplus of about $25 billion. So the system we have in place is working, it's successful. And the other thing that we've noted is a lot less companies are incorporated in Delaware now. They're choosing Texas, and that's a new trend.
I like that term, blue bonnet boom. I also like the term Y'all Street.
Yes.
And NASDAQ recently announced they're bringing some jobs to the area. So what is a company like NASDAQ, or that, the Y'all Street idea, what does it do to the state, and how does it reshape this area that we're talking about?
Small and mid-cap stocks can be traded in Texas now, so it tells us that this wasn't a fluke. The Texas Stock Exchange, the New York Stock Exchange, and now the NASDAQ are all here. That establishes Texas, and Dallas specifically, as a financial hub outside of the traditional powerhouses, which are New York and Chicago. It's significant.
Okay, so ultimately, how does this growth affect our property taxes? That's what everybody wants to know when they get that bill every year.
That's right.
They get a little bit of sticker shock sometimes. So what can they expect?
Yes, I think there's a lot of misperception out there. So I want to clarify, your assessment times your rate equals your tax liability. I like to call it ART as an acronym. So you'll see your assessment notice come out here. It'll probably be up from last year, but there's a great push to use the surplus funds at the state level to buy down our property tax rate. So just because you get an assessment that might have gone up, we have Representative Angie Chen Button, Representative Morgan Meyer, and Senator Betancourt that are championing a buy down of the property tax rate. So wait until the fall, see those rates drop. More growth here means more properties to share in the tax burden, which allows property tax rates to come down. The growth is a good thing for taxpayers.
Yeah, a lot of growth to keep up with, and we thank you, as always, every time you join us for talking us through it. Ryan Chismark, Meritax Advisors.
Thank you, Chris.